Welcome to Purple and Gold Bars. I'm your host, Supreme. It's Vikings Packers week. We're rolling into Lambeau Field to face Coach LaFleur and the Greenbay Packers. The Packers are off to a red-hot start, shooting fish in a barrel for the first 3 weeks. Their defense is on fire with 5 touchdowns, 7 interceptions at a 71.6 rate. Xavier McKinney is having a hell of a start to his Packers career with 3 interceptions in 3 games, and lockdown corner Jair Alexander had an interception last week. Their secondary is off to a great start. Last week, the Packers steamrolled the lowly Titans for 8 sacks and 12 quarterback hits and held Tony Pollard to 3.2 yards per carry en route to a 30-14 blowout. I hear a lot of confidence coming from Packers fans, touting their O-line, pass rush, and secondary. What I hear the most is praise for Matt LaFleur and the job he has done during these first 3 weeks. They've done a great job overcoming adversity after Jordan Love's injury in Week 1 and by winning 2 games with backup Malik Willis against 2 of the worst teams in the league. Minnesota is coming into town with momentum and the better team from the coaching down to the water boy. After the final injury report, we find Ivan Pace Jr. out this week, and everyone else is suiting up to destroy these hobbled Packers. We will be back to full strength at receiver this week, and that's something considering we have the best receiver room in the league and it's not even close. The Packers are using Jordan Love's potential return as bait, but in reality, it doesn't matter which quarterback is playing because Brian Flores' scheme is too much for either quarterback at this stage in their career. Packers fans will point to last year and say, "We figured out Buffalo's defense last year, and we ain't scared." I would see your point and maybe agree, if not for the fact that Flores was doing the best he could with the pieces he had last year. This year, he has transformed our defense via new acquisitions, and the dominance they have shown in 3 weeks is evidence that this isn't the same defense that the Packers and their fans have deluded themselves into believing they are facing. I'll give it to you, Packers fans. You do have a nice up-and-coming team, and your roster is now 12th to 15th at best, which is much better than last year. But the audacity to think that all of a sudden you're going to take a huge jump and have become a consistent perennial playoff team is laughable. Just like the Bears and their fans, you're not accounting for the growing pains that you will endure while becoming a playoff team. The Vikings were at where you are now 2 years ago. We overachieved in year 1, and our quarterback went down with a season-ending injury in year 2. Our 12th to 15th best roster couldn't overcome growing pains to start the season, where we threw away games and led the league in turnovers and unforced errors, as well as carry a backup into the postseason. That's why I put you as winning 9 games just like the Vikings before the season started, because when you are young and unproven, you are going to lose games you should win and win games you should lose. A telltale sign that you are in the thick of experiencing growing pains. This year, we have shown that the worst part of growing pains are behind us, and they are no longer costing us games, which will only get better as the season progresses, and especially next year going forward. I could shower you guys with stats about how good the Vikings are and why they should win this game easily, but it would be a waste of time since it doesn't really matter. The Vikings are red hot and are statistically one of the best teams in the league. Jordan Love or Malik Willis will not be able to handle the pressure and confusion thrown at them by Brian Flores. I will be shocked if they score more than 3 field goals. I don't think any stat that can be given about the Packers right now means anything because they have done it against a talented yet dysfunctional Eagles team and 2 of the worst teams in football. Congratulations, you managed to barely get your car running for a race against a kid on a scooter and another on a skateboard. I'm not impressed, and to me, their stats from the first 3 weeks mean nothing. That's why I'm predicting a blowout. Vikings 33, Packers 9. Like in past weeks, I ask, how are you gonna win just kicking field goals? We're playing with house money this year, and regardless how the season ends, it really only begins next year. you're only getting a taste of the greatness to come. And there you have it. What are your predictions for this game? Let me know in the comments and tell me who your unsung Viking is that needs more love and respect put on their name. Don't forget to like and subscribe for next week's preview video and more Vikings content too. Until next time, Skol Vikings!